Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 42-yard line.
2nd and 12.
98, you got nothing today. You got nothing.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro safety, Minkah Fitzpatrick. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. Minkah Fitzpatrick, thinking back to last year, had a pick 6 for the Steelers shortly after coming over from Miami, and he steps up with another one here. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers.
Makes the score Steelers 7, Cowboys nothing. Chris Boswell.
And ultimately he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase.
Ezekiel Elliott gonna take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys! Ezekiel Elliott, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game.
Just let me breathe for a minute, man. Just let me breathe. Just let me breathe for a minute, man. Just let me breathe for a minute.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. First carry for the 2018 Pro Bowler, James Conner. Pushing his way through and able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 36 yards on the play. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Conner. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Xavier Woods on the
They're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, They've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
And he'll go down at the 28. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
It's a gain of 7.
Second down and 3.
And 3.
Wide, get wide. Let's face it.
Now Ben going to give this one to Connor. And he'll get it down this time to the 17.
Connor again.
4 yards the pickup, first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
On first and 10 is Connor. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
Touchdown,
James Conner, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. And it's up. It's good. Our score, 14-6.
Makes the score Steelers 14, Cowboys 6.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will watch this one land in the end zone. That'll be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll start the drive with Elliott, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It was Bud Dupree fighting through and making the tackle.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long.
It's now 3rd down and long.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it, and his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Roethlisberger. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
It's a gain of 20.
That one a gain of 20 and a first down. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
I felt that one all the way up here. How about that big man laying out and making that catch?
Yeah, that wasn't a 180-pound wideout. That was a tight end.
Let's get off the field.
Shifts by at the 15. They find some open field here. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
On the carry. Brought down just
after one, 14-6 our score on EA Sports.
With the score, Steelers 14, Cowboys 6.
They'll come out in the pistol. Roethlisberger now off the bootleg. That's caught at the 1. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
Touchdown,
Derek Watt, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead.
Is good.
And he wasn't blocking or running it there. They tossed it to him.
And you remember the good old days when the 49ers were riding roughshod in the league? They use their fullback in pass plays all the time. Roger Craig, Tom Rathman, those guys were terrific at running these types of plays.
Touchdown, Cowboys! The kick return touchdown goes for 97 yards. And the Cowboys get a bit closer.
Lining up for the point after.
Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork, to be able to put it all together. But that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
Taken in the end zone. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
My 30. Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop.
Roethlisberger will hand a counter. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Here's the 4th-round pick from Maryland, Anthony McFarland. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. This is taken around the 12. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. He'll hand it off to Elliott to begin the drive. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line.
Stephon Tuitt came out of Notre Dame as another one of those really tall defensive ends, and just wonder, would they be able to have the leverage to bend and make plays? I think he just gave us an answer with that tackle.
Prescott to throw this time. And Prescott, his 3rd interception. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
57's the mic. Watch 57.
Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
57's the mic. Let's go. I'm coming.
On second down, it's Connor down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
Number 30, James
Well,
Conner,
praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Ebron's got it. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line.
It's
a gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
Steelers.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Taken down at the
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth, and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy. Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
And it bangs off the right upright, no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And no mistaking that sound. It reverberated through the whole stadium.
And it's the sound Brandon no kicker wants to hear. It looked like he had it on target the whole way, but the upright said,
They start on the ground with Elliott. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
23-yard line.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 16 yards, a first down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Now that's Elliott. Complete. Not much there, only a yard.
Complete.
Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper.
Amari Cooper. Out of bounds at his own 49-yard line.
Let me breathe for a minute, man. Let me breathe. Let me breathe for a minute, man. 98 to Mike. Wild Bill. Check the backer.
Trying to run forward with Pollard. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
39-yard line.
98 to Mike. 99, sweetheart. 198.
First down, Prescott. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. Zerline's kick is up and through. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. Here comes Ryan Switzer to return it. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
It's a gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
3rd and 2. Now Roethlisberger. He rifles one that's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
And it's no good. He missed it. And the game remains tied. Oh, boy. And whistle blown. A timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble of bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
That's the reason we bad for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
Hey, CP Joker. I don't even know who you is, bro. Ugh, but you capping good, though.
Here about ready for their next drive. Back to the air. Roethlisberger after the pick 6. Double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Capping good, though.
Picked up by Jordan Lewis. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 37.
This is Elliott.
There we go.
And he works it past
Play
the
ball,
30,
Zeke.
almost to the 25. 11 yards and a Cowboy 1st down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that would look like it might be another.
I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big
Let's
run
go.
on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a 1st.
Alright, let's see, come out real quick.
That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
They'll go with Pollard here.
Damn.
And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Play 3 of the drive, not as successful.
No, I ain't gonna do that play.
After those 2 first down gains.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about my bump trip, man, bro. Forgot about my play. No cap.
13 yards remaining on 2nd down.
Yeah, I got a block right here.
From the shotgun again.
Bro. Bro, still the players ain't that fast, bro. They got to start that shit. Them boys just coming in like that. That's bullshit. I gotta make this field goal, bro. If I miss this shit, well, I know something, boy.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today.
A 27-yard attempt.
I'm fucking done, bro. This terrible. This is terrible. This is terrible. It's terrible.
And that one, my goodness, that was almost
Can't kick field goals, bro.
Too many attempts shorter than that one, and I don't think this was blocked. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at the 20.
It's sad.
With a give to Connor, and he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Tackled at the 25.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a 1st down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Roethlisberger. He'll get that one complete to Connor. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
I know you finna run.
Look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the 2nd half.
They'll try and run for
I knew it, dog.
and he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. It's a 1st down following a gain of 3.
It's a gain of 3.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? Love has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Right back to Connor here on 1st. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Yard on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's kind of frustrating a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the 1st sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. He's going to field this at the 4. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
At the 12-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Kill. 198. Watch 98. 98's the mic. So don't say nothing.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
That's a gain of 5.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Watch 98. Watch 98. 98's the mic. Hey.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he's going to get the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 22. A Cowboy 1st down there. Prescott to Gallup. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
Brought down back at
I like the idea to mix it up
line.
from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
He was taken
They
down
run the
at
blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get
It's
to
a
him, but
gain of
instead,
3.
he flipped it on its
Third
ear
and 9.
and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. On third down, it's Prescott. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
Now Roethlisberger back into his end zone. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. He's at the 50. He's at the 30, 20.
It don't even matter, baby. It don't matter. It's okay.
To the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
To number 82.
T.Y. Hilton, 99 yards.
The
And the Steelers have taken the lead. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game.
Steelers 28, Cowboys 21. Chris Boswell to kick off.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is Tony Pollard. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. A first down carry by Elliott. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line.
He was brought down
Bud
by
Dupree, a former first-round pick, in on the stop. Now it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 22-yard line.
Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. Give him 9 yards on the 2nd down screen play.
Complete.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. They needed a yard. They got it. First down.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Got an open man, the tight end, Jarwin. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Blake Jarwin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game.
The kick is good.
This part of the game's been an adventure thus far, but this one is good. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
No gain.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. On a jet sweep, this is Johnson. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
The wide receiver, the ball carrier. Demarcus Lawrence on the stop.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
Third down.
So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He's got it to Hilton. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
They got the completion. Now, they probably had 2 plays called in the huddle, so they've got to get to the line of scrimmage, get set, and run their 4th down play.
Jack 15. Mike 57. 57. Mike 57.
They'll try and throw for him with Roethlisberger. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. But he will not get away. He stops short of the marker. The Steelers triumph, but they come up empty on 4th down. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
The give is to Elliott. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line.
He's brought down
just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
I got you, son. We're going to 53. You're all mine, baby. Get this. You're all mine. Rush in. Rush in. Rush in. Check 3. Check 3.
They go to Elliott again. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
Hilton.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Here we go. Here we go. Go to 54. Go to 54. Hey. Push out, boy. 80. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with time running out. And the Cowboys have broken the tie. And it would appear they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory.
Makes the score Cowboys 35. Steelers 28.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this one will not be handled. It's into the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.